wonderful to be at this career conference and see all of these amazing faces out here. And you are just so audacious and so amazing and so beautiful. Do you know that? Yes, you know it, don't you? Tell me you know it. So, congratulations to my amazing Dreamkeeper unit, and a very special congratulations to Carmen Felix and Diane Lundgren and their fabulous units. Let's give them a big round of applause as well. You know, my first year in Mary Kay, I was anything but all in. I had no goals other than to make some friends. I was working 10 hours a day, and I was commuting 70 miles round trip to my job. I spent my first year as a consultant, half in, half out. When I had a successful facial or party, I was in. If something postponed or canceled, I was mentally quitting, telling myself this was a sign that Mary Kay really wasn't for me. Actually, it was a sign that I needed some emotional maturity and self-management. It was kind of like driving a car with one foot on the gas and one foot on the brake. I wanted the success that I saw others achieving, but I simply wasn't willing to do the work. The hardest part for me was getting over myself and asking for the appointment. Pure and simple, booking was my weak link, very weak link. And Mary Kay always said, when you're out of bookings, you're out of what? Business, that's right. You see, if I asked for a booking, I might hear the dreaded word no. And I was much too insecure to not take that personally. A turning point for me was one Sunday when I went to do a party where the hostess was at home, but instead of greeting me at the door, she pretended she wasn't there. I know. TV was turned down and everyone inside was silent. Well, that was my sign, or so I told myself, that Mary Kay just wasn't for me. After all, I had a great job, or so I thought. I didn't need Mary Kay for income, and I definitely did not need that kind of aggravation. When I returned home, my husband John said, "Goodness, what happened? You're back so soon." When I shared my experience, he responded with, "Oh, that's too bad." I thought to myself, that's too bad. It was more than just too bad to me. I let him know that this was the last straw. I had accepted the fact that Mary Kay just was not for me. He then said something that I will never forget. "Melinda, I understand that you're upset and disappointed. If you don't want to continue Mary Kay, that's fine. I just hope you won't let someone else's bad manners get in the way of your success." Whoa. This is really about her. It's not about you. You suited up and showed up. Although I secretly wanted him to agree with me and let me off the Mary Kay hook. I knew he was right. Something in me shifted that day, and I decided if I quit Mary Kay, it was only going to be after I'd had some success, so I could leave feeling more like a winner than a whiner. I was not going to give away my power or throw away an opportunity because someone didn't follow through, was inconsiderate, or simply wasn't interested in what I had to offer. I made a decision that I would not give up until I'd given Mary Kay the opportunity, my best effort. I shudder to think, I really do, I shudder to think how easily I could have let go of this opportunity, which literally changed my life and the lives of those I love for the better. For example, the friendships, personal growth, character building, financial freedom, world-class trips, and so much more. Little did John know that those words he spoke to me that afternoon would spur me on to ultimately build a business which allowed him to leave his stressful engineering job in his 40s. So we could work and play together. And let me tell you, we do a lot of that. Yes, I turned the corner and decided to work Mary Kay like a business, and I took my foot off the brake. Less than 1 year later, still working my 40-hour-a-week job, I had earned my first car and become an independent Mary Kay sales director. Woo! Yes, but that was a decision. It was a decision to decide to be all in. Today, I'd like to talk with you about how developing an attitude of being all in helped me build a successful business. I'm going to use the words all in as an acronym and share 5 success steps. Number 1, A for attitude. Mary Kay said, your attitude will be the most significant factor in your success. Think about that. Mary Kay said that. The most significant factor in your success. For with the right attitude, you can do everything wrong, she went on to say, and still succeed. But with the wrong attitude, you can do everything right and fail. Our embrace of this month is your attitude determines your altitude. That is so absolutely true. We can always find something or someone to blame if we're not doing well. Anyone can locate an excuse, but it takes courage to find a way to go over, around, under, or through obstacles. I have trained my mind to jump quickly to plan B when plan A falls apart. Instead of obsessing over something that didn't work out, I just assume that God and the universe are conspiring to give me something better. If I have done my best to coach a party and it falls off the books, I just know that I've been saved from probably a 0 party with no bookings or something of the sort, and I look for another income-producing activity to do in that time slot. An income-producing activity that will further build my business, servicing customers, booking new appointments, following up with prospective team members. Number 2, for L for learn. School is never out for the pro. Be a student and fine-tune your skills. When I made the decision those many years ago to be all in, I kept a spiral notebook and wrote down booking scripts, which made me feel more confident. I memorized them and practiced them until they felt comfortable. Since booking is the jumping off point, I was determined to learn how to ask for the appointment and master the art of booking. I made sure that every party booked was well coached, so my holding ratio would be better. I focused on having fun, and I made sure that everybody at that party had fun, so they would be looking forward to their second appointment for that customized color makeover. I perfected my individual clothes. I became skilled at turning that customized color appointment into one she shared with friends so that I was booking party to party. I had a mindset that said, I never leave a party without at least 2 bookings. I was committed to working full circle by also sending at least 2 people home with team building packets and a date to follow up to share some fun facts so she could see if Mary Kay might be for her or if instead she was going to be my talent scout. Number 3, L for let go. To be all in, I had to let go of my fear of rejection, which really wasn't personal rejection. I had to let go of my insecurities and fear of failure. Since I had a full-time job, I had to let go of some activities to make room for building my Mary Kay business. Once I decided to be all in, my goal was, as a consultant, was to get in front of 8 to 10 people a week. With my work schedule, I knew I could only hold 2 parties per week. I also knew that I had to get the numbers on my side by overbooking. My formula was simple: book 4 to hold 2. Incentivize the hostess to have 5 people at the party. There was always a special bonus for 5 people. Mary Kay taught us to always overbook, to always book 2 weeks out. I made sure that each week I had 4 parties on my books so I could hold 2. Using a weekly plan, I carved out a total of 12 hours per week for my Mary Kay business because that is really all I had. 3 hours for each party, which included prep time, 2 hours for customer service and pre-profiling guests, hostess coaching, and follow-up. 2 hours per week to meet with prospective team members and go over our awesome business opportunity, and 2 hours for my success meeting. Number 4, I for imagination. While you're on your all-in journey, be sure to use your creative imagination to picture your success before it happens. Go to the movies in your mind and dream big. You can only go as far as your mind lets you, so stretch to embrace your dreams. And use your God-given gift of imagination, because when you do, you can quickly bring your desires to you by impressing your beautiful subconscious mind with the pictures that you choose to entertain. See yourself succeeding. See yourself easily booking. See yourself making friends easily and exuding self-confidence. I pictured myself writing appointments in my date book when I couldn't even book a doorknob. I could not book to save me, but I pictured myself doing that. I pictured my director debut when I only had 2 team members, and let me mention one of them was my sister, and she was screaming and yelling about the fact that she really never wanted to be in Mary Kay. I pictured that first Cadillac in my driveway. I used my imagination to see the look on my husband's face as he stood next to the chair when I was crowned queen of the Emerald Seminar. Rehearse in your mind and repeat, repeat, repeat. Give that miracle-making power of your mind a blueprint of your successful outcome. When you and I add pictures and emotion to our goal, it's the difference between baking something in the oven or putting it in the microwave. Your efforts will be magnified when you use this amazing imagination that God has given you. And finally, number 5, the last letter in all in is in for nurture. Nurture yourself. Take good care of you. Be all in when it comes to your health and well-being. Do the things that make you healthier and happier. Nurture your relationships. Make special time for those that you love. Be sure your husband and children know that your attitude of all in your business is about creating more opportunities for them and more quality time. Nurture your customers. Be all in when giving them the kind of golden rule service they deserve. Always introduce them to new products. Gifts with purchase. Make sure you're following up with them at least every 2 months. Enroll in PCP so they get the new look. What an inexpensive, amazing way to advertise your business and present yourself in a professional manner. Offer seasonal updates and new looks for that particular season. Make gift buying and gift giving easy for them by offering them your gift giving services. One of my favorite things right now are honey bunny baskets. We sell tons of them. The only requirement is they have to have a bunny in them, okay? Plant seeds of purposeful activity and nurture with your pictures of success. This is important. Don't dig up those seeds in frustration. Give them time to germinate and water them with positive thoughts, love, and great expectations. Do your best and let God do the rest. In closing today, I want to remind you that your gifts are innumerable and your presence is unforgettable. Your touch is healing, your style is appealing, your power is mind-reeling. You are wired for success and destined for greatness, and you have the power to be all in.